then you practice. Because the mind, if it is going here and there, again and again bring it back. If the intellect wants to think about other things, again bring it back. So that is called practice. Abhyas means repeating the same, what you call our sadhana, again and again. Like, suppose I chant Bhagwan's name, Ram, and when I chant, my mind gets placed in the Lord. I feel the presence of divinity, Ram. Then the intellect also just supports me. Intellect also says that you are taking the name of that Ishvara, who is the Lord of this entire creation, who revels in everyone's heart. Sarve ramanti iti Ramaha. So intellect is also there, mind is also there. But then again my mind gets distracted. So again you take the name Ram. And again the mind gets steady. So like that you again and again repeat. Once the mind is steady, then there is no need to take even the name, the mind is placed in the Lord. Then you just have to keep the mind there only and just be steady. But if the mind gets distracted, again repeat that sadhana which helped you in the first place to place the mind in God. So to repeat that, for each person it might be different. So to repeat the sadhana which helps us to place our mind in God and our intellect in God is called abhyas, practice. Abhyasa yogena tataha mam ichhaptam dhananjaya. And abhyas should be done for a long time. See, it might not happen immediately, for a long time. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, I had mentioned last time also, Patanjali Rishi says 3 things are important in abhyas: dirgha kala, nairantaryena, and satkara sevita. Dirgha kala means for a long time it should be done. Nairantaryena, without a break. And satkara sevita, with lot of reverence we should do our sadhana. With great reverence. See, our sadhana, if it is done with reverence, then our intellect, reverence means intellect is supporting it. Reverence means with respect and reverence, intellect should support what I am doing. Intellect should say what you are doing is proper. See, sometimes you find some people, you go and give them some prasad or give them something. Their intellect says, pata nahi kahan se kya leke aaye and all this. But now your mind says that usko नाराज भी नहीं करना चाहिए, चलो ले लेते हैं. Later on I will just तुलसी के पौधे के नीचे रख देंगे फिर. So your mind is, you feel nice, okay, that my Dadi ji has gone somewhere और वहाँ से प्रसाद लेके, and sometimes prasad looks very untidy also, you find frightening like. So you take it, pick it up. Thank you. And then, but you don't feel like eating because the intellect says, pata nahi kahan se kya hai. And because the intellect keeps reading the reports and all. Ganga Jal leke aaye thoda tirtha. Intellect has gone on YouTube and found out how Ganga Ji and all those things are happening and who is doing what in Ganga. That is, intellect has all the reports. And here, प्रेम से किसी ने गंगा जल आपके हाथ में पकड़ा दिया. So what will you do? Feeling is there, but intellect doesn't support. So you will throw it out only. Therefore, our feeling and intellect should go together. So if I am chanting Bhagwan's name, the intellect should have accepted that. It should value it. It should accept it fully. If it has doubt about it, then the name will not work. And that's what happens generally. People have doubt. राम राम करने से क्या होने वाला है? कुछ नहीं होता है. वो पड़ोसी राम राम करके पागल हो गया. So if my intellect doesn't agree to it, then the mind, even if it chants for years together, it will not have that strength. Intellect plays a very important role. And intellect gives the stamp. Intellect gives the stamp. It says, yes, it is important, it is authentic, it is true, it is proper, I have understood it, it is logical, it is rational, it is good. So intellect gives the stamp. Then the emotions have free space to fly. Otherwise it becomes difficult. So atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai stiram abhyasa yogena tatah. So therefore Bhagavan says abhyas you do, practice. But how? One more point he says very important. Mam ichhaptum Dhananjaya. Hey Dhananjaya, mam ichha aptum, with a desire to attain me. You do this abhyas with a desire to attain me. This is another incentive. Not just like that, sit back and do abhyas, but with that intensity of attaining me, you do that abhyas. Then it will work more effectively. Because our desire, in our ichha, will give more power and force to our sadhana. The story like of a house was on fire, and that the people came and the neighbors and all started putting water and all. Everyone ran out of the house. Suddenly the mother realized the child is sleeping still in that room. And the lot of fire and all. But that strong ichha was there that I have to go and save the child. So she just ran into the room and picked up the child and came back. Didn't even realize how she went and how she came back. The force of that ichha took her body there and brought her back. Our ichha plays a very important willpower. Our will, not willpower, our will, our desire. It plays a very important role in our life. Even people who are dying or sick or something, if they have that will that I will be fine, they start becoming fine. If the will is there which says nahi kuch bhi karo kuch nahi hone wala hai aur ye, I don't think it is, then things work in a different way. So that ichha that I want to attain, with a desire to attain God, with a even imagination that I have already attained Him, with that attitude when one does sadhana, then it becomes more effective. This all actually is great psychology is involved. People who read Bhagavad Gita, they apply this psychology for worldly gains and all. Bhagavad Gita for management and this and other things, which might work for that also, but the main idea is to attain God. So with that desire in my heart of attaining Him, when I do that abhyas, then it becomes more effective. I should believe that I will attain God. I should expect to attain God and have that intense thirst and desire to attain God. With that, when I do abhyas, it becomes more effective. So, atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai stiram abhyasa yogena tataha mam ichhaptum Dhananjaya. You do abhyas. Now someone may say, oh, even abhyas is very difficult for me. It's difficult to do abhyas. Is there some other sadhana, simpler? Bhagavan says, yes. He says, abhyasepya samarthosi mat karma paramo bhava madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsyasi abhyasepya samarthosi. हाँ, अभ्यासे अपि असमर्थोसि. If you are unable to do abhyas also, even to do abhyas, the highest is to place mind and intellect in God. The little lower than that is to practice to place mind and intellect in God. Even if this practice is difficult for you, then forget about the practice also. You just start working and doing your karma for God. Forget where your mind is going and all. You don't worry about your mind, don't worry about your intellect, but just perform actions for God. Mat karma paramo bhava. Mat karma paramo bhava. Perform your, make your actions. Madartham karma, mat karma, tat paramaha. Let your actions be for me only. Consider all your actions are performed for me alone. So forget about the mind, your attention is in your action. So perform all your actions, but consider that all these actions I am performing for God. Mat karma paramo bhava. See, many people, they cannot just sit and meditate, and it becomes very difficult. Because they are very action oriented, they are very distracted, they want to do something. They say, please, कुछ काम बताओ. To place mind in God and all is very difficult. So Bhagavan says, you start performing actions for me. Mat karma paramo bhava. Madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Doing actions for me, you will attain the final goal, final destination. In other chapters also Bhagavan has said that one who performs karma for me slowly and steadily attains me. So performing karma for me means whatever, like before also we had seen, that whatever our duties are, we should do them thinking that I am doing it for God. My duties towards myself, towards the family, towards society, towards the country, towards the world, towards God, towards the past, towards future, whatever my duties are, one should have the feeling that I am doing it for God. I am living, I am walking, I am talking, I am breathing for God. That I am living for Bhagavan. That my existence, my life is dedicated to God. That attitude should be brought in the heart. That I am not performing action for my sake or for anybody, but I am doing it for Bhagavan. My time, 24 hours, are dedicated only to God. That I don't have any separate time for myself or my own private agenda or something. That I have, my entire life is dedicated to God. I am His sevak. And with this attitude, whatever karmas come in my life, I keep doing them. My duties. Actually, duties, you don't have to go in search of them, they come. आप चुपचाप बैठो, they come to you. If you are sleepy, somebody will wake you up and say, अरे ये क्यों नहीं करते हो, करो. So they come. यदा यत् कर्तुम आयाति तत् कृत्वा आसे यथा सुखम. So person, whatever duties come, he does it and peacefully, happily he does it. So perform actions for me. Madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Because when you perform actions for me, slowly and steadily, your mind will come into me. Because if whatever actions you are performing for whomever you are performing action, उसका विचार हमारे मन में आ जाता है. Whoever we are dedicated our actions to, that thought of that altar comes to our mind. If you have dedicated your life and actions for God, then God thought will come automatically in your mind. And it is not very difficult. Just we have to bring that attitude in our heart that I am Bhagwan's sevak. I work for him. I belong to him. And everything I am doing for him. He has placed me here. I am in the service of the Lord. So with this attitude, when I work, then my mind will forcefully go into God. And once it goes, then I will become fit to do the higher sadhana. Which higher sadhana? Of abhyas. Once I do that abhyas, then I will reach the higher stage of placing the mind and intellect in God. These are the steps. So the highest is to place mind and intellect in God. If one finds a difficulty in doing this, then one should do abhyas. If abhyas also becomes difficult, then work for God. Let all your actions be dedicated to God. Then it will make you fit for attaining Supreme. But what if I don't want to work for God also? मेरे को वो भी नहीं अच्छा लगता है. भगवान के लिए थोड़ा सा अपने लिए भी करना चाहिए. सब लोग भगवान के लिए करेंगे तो भगवान क्या करेंगे? और सब लोग भगवान के लिए करते तो what I have to do then? He has so many people working for him. So there are some people that find it difficult to work for God. Why? Because of our ego, because of our selfishness, because we feel that I should try to fulfill my own little desires, forget about God and all. So if working for God also becomes difficult, what should I do? Then one more sadhana, Bhagavan says. These are steps. This is the first step now. Bhagavan says, Athai tadapya shaktosi kartum madhyogam ashritaha sarva karma phalatyagam tatak kuruyatatmavan athai tadapya shaktosi kartum madhyogam ashritaha sarva karma phalatyagam. Atha etad api ashaktosi kartum. If even this, if you are unable to do, unable to follow even this sadhana of performing actions for God, you want to do actions for yourself, you want a lot of selfishness is there, like working for some organization or working for some nation or working for some company. Sometimes we say, no, I want to be independent, I want to work for myself. Similarly, working for God, some people might find it difficult to bring that attitude in the heart. See, work remains same. It is just to bring that attitude in our heart. So if it is difficult for you to bring that attitude, then you do whatever work you are doing, but renounce your results of these actions, offer the results of actions to me. Madhyogam ashritaha sarva karma phalatyagam tatak kuru yatatmavan. With your mind and intellect under control, with your senses under control, you offer your results of your actions to me. Offering results of actions to me means whatever results come after performing your actions, you accept those results as my prasad. Offering results means to accept whatever comes as Bhagwan's prasad. भगवान के लिए काम नहीं करना है, मैं अपने लिए करूँगा. चलो अपने लिए करो, but whatever result you get, you accept it joyfully, without complaint, without having anything in your mind, accept it as Bhagwan's prasad. By working, suppose you fall into trouble or there is a great loss and all, accept it as Bhagwan's prasad. If there is joy, accept it. If failure, accept it. There is defeat, accept it. Whatever comes, accept it as Bhagwan. Try to develop this attitude of acceptance. It's very interesting. Whatever be the condition of your life, Whichever you are, the way you are living, accept it as Bhagwan's prasad. If this is done regular, if that attitude is brought, then we will develop that attitude of working for God. Once that attitude of working for God comes, we will become fit for abhyas. Once we become fit for abhyas, our mind and intellect can be placed in God. Once that is done, then we attain God. Atha urdhvam na samshayah. More we will see in our class tomorrow.